There is a lot of digital marketing and digital advertising agencies throughout the US. I see a new one pop up every day. But we stand out because of our community impact, our client relationships, delivering and doing what we say. That's a key thing, right? A lot of places will tell you, hey, we're going to do this. They don't communicate to you. We're in communication with you. You're going to always get that real small business feel from us. You're going to have ways to contact us, ask us questions, right? Because we want you to do better, but we want to be better every day as well. And we're always innovating. We're always coming up with new ideas, new ways to win, applying for new platforms, and even creating some of our own platforms is some of the stuff we have going forward. So I would say that's what sets us apart.
Hey everybody, good morning. Thank you for joining us on Local Marana Live. We appreciate you listening or watching or bringing us in however you may be, whether you're at work or you're driving or you have the day off. And if you're listening to us while you're leisuring, then I really want to give you a high five because that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let us know where you're leisuring at.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like a resort.
Yeah.
Are you at home?
You at the beach?
At the beach. Yeah, if you're listening to us at the beach, then... Yeah.
Shame on you. Put it down.
Yeah, we should really have a conversation.
I love the tagline at the end of that. Together we thrive.
Together we thrive.
Together we thrive. Isn't that the truth?
It is.
3 simple words that really we need to start practicing a little more. How about that?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, everybody. My hands up.
The whole Estados Unidos, United States.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on. Let's do this.
Step up. Watch out for sloped roofs, though.
Yeah.
Because that is a dangerous thing to mess with.
Don't start there, David.
Hey, you know what?
Isn't that crazy?
We have a lot of roofing clients that would happily address the roof issue.
Yeah.
And if your roof was damaged in any of the storms that happened, we got a couple good companies to go to, Tony's Roofing, LLC, and Blueprint Home Services. So make sure you check those out.
Yeah, and Unique Roofing.
And Unique Roofing as well. Yeah, thank
you. My neighbor, Steve, it's about that steep. They're out there this morning, 6:30. That's a little bit early, but okay. You got to get it done when you got to get it done.
Let's jump to weather and the traffic. Well, we don't really need to cover traffic unless he wants to. But Scott, you're the man. What's going on out there?
Good
there he is.
morning, everybody.
And with Jeff in the background. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is working on getting up to speed because, as you guys know, we've got a lot of hosts signed up to get into our fall broadcast.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's pretty exciting. And what we need to be able to give them are qualified engineers and video directors. So we're kind of co-sharing this using the new software. And yes, it is going to be a little extreme on the weather this afternoon. We have a dust and kind of a low visibility advisory, meaning lots of winds, lots of stuff getting kicked up, perhaps maybe even some sheds flying around. We're not sure.
Let's not go there either.
But be careful. Be careful. Don't drive by Lowe's if it starts getting dusty and windy because they are not responsible if their sheds go flying all over the place.
Yes.
So, be careful out there today and know we got your back. We also got a giveaway that we're doing. And on our Instagram is what we're going to be doing it. We've got a full $80 that we're giving away from Skinology. If you guys didn't catch the little infomercial and the teaser that we had yesterday. So what we need is a special emoji from you. How about what I want is a thumbs up and a smiley face.
There you go.
Can
Thumbs
put
up and a
both
smiley face.
a thumbs up and a smiley face in the comments on our Instagram live feed. We're going to go ahead and give away by the end of the show $80 of Skinology products that you can use for a lot of different services.
Thank you, Mario.
Have. So best of luck to you. I'll keep an eye on, and we'll let you know by the end of the live stream.
That is so cool. Thank you, Skinology.
Together
Mario.
we thrive.
Together we thrive. You know, just to let you know, too, there will be a couple opportunities for you to put those emojis in, the thumbs up and the smiley face can go in there. Just make sure you're watching and listening, and you'll get the opportunity. If you are on Facebook watching and you're like, hey, I want to be in that, just switch over to Instagram and come watch us on there. Now we like having audiences in multiple platforms, but if you find yourself more comfortable on Facebook, that's totally fine.
Where are we at this morning? What
We're
platforms?
on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, there's always the website you can go to, ltdmedia.net.
So 4 different formats is more.
Yes.
4 different platforms.
Absolutely. So, we are coming up into something cool this fall, and we're going to be doing a lot of broadcasts out of this studio. Tons, right? We have, I think, almost 8 different creators, talent creators, podcasters. They're going to be joining us, and they're going to be doing these lives.
Talented, fun, smart people, too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have them all in the live. And, we just want to remind people that we are building something new here, and it's a hyper-local way to advertise. So if you find yourself wanting to advertise on these platforms, just remember your ad will stay inside of the episode forever.
Evergreen.
After the live stream, we do put this into podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, just to name a few, and that's how we make it happen. So we have really cool guests coming today. We have Nikki Simpson and Gary Landis from Twin Peaks K through 8, who are going to be joining us to talk about how they get the school year started, what it takes from an associate principal's perspective. Nikki advised that she handles a lot of the operations aspects of getting the school year started, something that Scott's got a lot of expertise in the fire business is the ops. And they're going to really run through that, and we're going to ask him some questions about the school year. I've got a couple things. I've got a couple funny things in store. I'm going to ask them to see how their responses are. And then after that, we'll have another live stream coming out of here today with Christopher DeSimone on our main channel.
10 o'clock.
So,
hey, before we go any further, we lost a real good friend Monday. I want to do a quick shout out to our friend Kevin Reynolds, who is a faithful watcher. He watched and listened to our podcast, and we're going to miss him a lot. Our Plaza, I know you spent some time with him. I've spent 16 years on a fairly regular basis talking to Kevin, and it's quite a shocker this morning still to accept his loss.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Kevin.
Rest in peace, Kevin. It was a hard pill to swallow. Kevin was an avid listener to a lot of our programs.
He's just a really good dude.
Yeah.
I've had hundreds of conversations with him, and I never heard him say a bad thing about anyone ever.
Yeah.
And always had a smile on his face. He was an avid disc golfer, and I saw his collection not too long ago of his frisbees.
Yeah.
And my gosh, that guy he probably had 75 discs. He had discs for everything, so he will be missed. Rest in peace, Kevin.
Yeah. Thank you for the great conversations, Kevin.
Yeah.
And we wish the best for Kevin's family.
Yeah.
Prayers are with them.
Yeah. If there's anything we can do, please reach out to us.
Yeah. And if any of you are wanting to do something for Kevin's family, you can go ahead and reach out to us, and we'll get you hooked up with somebody that you can talk to.
Just such a shock because I just talked to him.
Yeah. He was just in the building a couple days ago.
Yeah. I just spoke with him.
Yeah. What else you got on your mind today for our show?
Together We Thrive. I'd seen that several times, of course, but it resonated this morning, especially with where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Thank God a week from now, most of these primaries in our neighborhood will be over.
Yeah.
At least the primaries. I need a break from it, to be honest about it.
Yeah, don't we all?
I mean, I love the people we're helping and assisting. I do. I'm going to shout out Mayor Ed Honey, Melissa Zuppi, Roxanne Ziegler, Edgar Soto, the primary. I'm going to shout them out. We're really rooting for them, and have really put everything we could into making it happen for them. But
yeah, my take on everything that I've seen, every time I see it in this time of year when it comes close to elections, less posts, more votes.
Yeah,
because I know there's a lot of you, and I'm calling you people out that are posting about political stuff all day, and you're not voting. Stop it. You're in an echo chamber. Go vote. Less posts, go vote. You know what I mean? It's like most people, you're not going to change their mind anyways.
I know a person.
So I try to post funny
that
stuff.
Never votes.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
I mean, I know they don't vote.
Yeah.
I know that they tell me, and they post all the time. I'm like, what's the matter with you?
Are they a felon, or they can't vote, or they?
I'm not going to get into that.
Haven't gotten that one back, have they?
Yeah. But it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting time.
I want people to be engaged. We people need to be involved in the community, especially in the community.
Yeah.
I've never been more of a believer of all politics are local. I've never been more of a believer in that than I am right now.
Yeah.
Because that affects everything in your daily life. Yes, what goes on in the state capitol is important, and yes, what goes on in Washington D.C. is important. It is, but your local government is where everything happens in your neighborhood, and you just got to be proactive in that. Go out to go to these chamber meetings. I'll get off my box, but you just gotta be more involved.
Yeah. Speaking of the chamber, let's get back to local stuff. So Discover Marana and the Marana Chamber are teaming up to do Dine and Discover, which basically they have a card you fill out when you visit these different restaurants. And once you have a card filled out, you can go and get merchandise from the Marana Chamber Visitor Center. So if you're looking for something to do this summer and you want to help support some small businesses, local businesses, restaurants in the area, go ahead and go check that out. It's a fun little program. I've already seen some people winning some merch from the Marana Chamber. It's something cool they've been doing. This is their second year, I believe. So I think that would be really cool for you to jump in and do.
Thank you for shouting that out, David.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Local businesses get crushed in Arizona, June and July into August. They get crushed, especially the restaurants.
Yeah.
I mean, they are getting hammered. So
You mean hammered like busy, or
hammered like they don't have any business at all.
Yeah.
And so if you're thinking about grabbing a bite to eat or something, please consider a local restaurant over a chain, especially at this time of the year.
Yeah.
I would always consider a local over a chain any time of the year. Thank you for shouting out locals, Lowe's there, Scott. Another example of why corporations they're just heartless. They have no compassion, no heart. Long story short, we got hit by a shed. Tammy and I, a lot of you know that. They could care less. Not one person asked if we were okay. And of course, there's no repercussions. We're not going to cover anything, even though our sheds, by state law, I did look it up. By state law, sheds have to be secured. Though they were not secured and it was flying at us. We weren't hurt. I mean, and the damage is minimal.
But someone could have died.
Someone could have died, and by the end of it, that thing was a guillotine. You took a picture of it at its final resting place in front of Dairy Queen, which has got to be, how far? 250, it had to be 2-3 football fields from where it started. And when it hit us, it was in the shape of a shed. By the time it got to Dairy Queen, it's in the shape of a guillotine. I mean, that could have hurt someone really bad.
Right.
And they were just so callous. Now, I understand they're just paid employees. They're just reading off a script. But that's the problem with, again, local small business versus large business. A small business, and I've talked to numerous business owners, and Lowe's, I am telling this story forever. I get to write the last chapter. You get to write the next to last chapter. If you treat me well, I'm going to say, hey, they stepped up, man. And you know what? Every small business owner I've talked to about this situation over the last 10 days has said the same thing. Man, first off, are you okay? Is there anything we can do for you? Let's get that thing buffed up. Here's a bag of cinnamon rolls. Thank you very much. I mean, I don't know cost because I haven't actually had it priced out, but it's less than $2,000. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, if you're a small business owner and something like that happens with something you have to somebody else, you're going to go and address it, right? I mean, you don't really have a choice.
Well, I'm going to try to address it before they even know they have a problem. Oh my gosh, you said it in the promo that we played at the top of this podcast. We respond, we answer questions, and if we see that there's been a problem, we try to address it before you even know that there's a problem.
Right.
Because that's how we get better. We get better by helping you get better, right?
Yeah.
It's a team. It's legitimately a team effort. It's legitimately a partnership. We're rooting for your success as opposed to being transactional. That's why that's why this show exists. Local Marana. The reason why Local Marana exists, and David is the founder. I mean, we all take credit in it, but David, that was your brainchild, and it was to support local businesses that have no real voice when it comes to it, because again, the big guys have all the best lobbyists, they have all the money, they have the legal departments, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was pretty blown away by how you were treated by Lowe's. But you know what? It doesn't surprise me.
Oh, no, there's no surprise.
Yeah, they're pretty just there.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
And you know, if they want to reach out and make things right, that opportunity, that door will always be open.
Well, yeah,
but if you want to continue, I mean, and I don't want people going and like canceling Lowe's or anything.
No,
it's
if
just
you
like,
need something from Lowe's, go buy it from Lowe's. But just know that that's their whole MO. Hey, real quick, the first kid that spoke with Tammy was actually the most engaging. His statement was, "Hey, you know, that's way above my pay scale," and kind of laughed and said, "I'll have to have somebody get back with you." So he was at least the most human about it. The rest of them, I think she spoke to 5 people total.
Wow.
And it was like they could. You see it. You see it. If you shop in a big business, a big box store, you see this on a daily basis. Right? And you see the difference if you go to a local business. You see the difference, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's what sets small business apart from big business. Hey, look, we've talked about this ad nauseum on this show. Every small business, I think, wants to be a big business. But somewhere along the way from here, the mom and pop to the corporate behemoth, we lose sight of what's right and wrong.
right. Yeah.
It's all about the bottom dollar over here in the stockholders, and over here it's all about enter his guest and leave his friends, leave his family.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like Ina Road just gets hit way harder than other places? Like there's like a trend with it.
Yeah.
every
Especially here
couple
recently.
years. Yeah. I mean, you had the huge power line thing
and Shannon.
on Shannon, which they didn't even rain that day, right? That was just a
microburst, a gust of wind. Yeah.
And then you had what happened last week on it, and then back in 2008 or 2009?
It's a little more since then, but yeah, maybe let's see, probably about 12 or 13. From, if you remember, everything from the freeway, I thought, to Shannon.
Yeah.
But apparently not, because they lost some poles. But there was a good 2-mile stretch. Every power line on Ina here went down. And we were trapped inside the plaza for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. We were here. They finally cut the power and lifted the cable, the power lines, and let everybody leave all at one time.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't leave now, you're not leaving. And I remember we were still busy. See, this is where small business has to be.
Oh, he's back in.
The next day, we snuck our way around. They had power going again, fortunately, so no one really lost anything. And we just got a big order in our refrigerators and stuff. And we snuck down through the wash and across. We had business that we had to continue to get out of here. And we were able to, take care of our customers because we cared enough about following our obligations, even though we could have probably said, "Hey, we had a bad storm, we can't get there." But that's not the way we roll, right?
Yeah. Oh, I hear the ad break. Hey, we are getting ready to go to an ad break here, but before we do, I want to remind the listeners and viewers that there is a Skinology gift card worth $80 available here for you to win. And if you're interested in winning, just comment a smiley face and a thumbs up emoji.
Yep.
A smiley face and a thumbs up emoji will get you in to win $80 to Skinology. What is Skinology? It is an awesome place where you can get taken care of. You can get massages, facials, and so on. I've been there.
Awesome.
I got a gentleman's facial, right? I was glowing afterwards. Thank you, Marielle. But make sure you enter to win. Don't miss it out, dudes. This is a great gift for your ladies. Score some points. We'll be back soon.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash.
When you call in anonymously with a tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88crime.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, coppercreekcookies.net. We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us 520-300-1131. We bake smiles. Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
Are you looking to establish a powerful online presence for your brand? Look no further than Live the Dream Media. Our team of experts possess the capabilities and skills necessary to make it happen. From creating compelling content to analyzing data and making strategic decisions, we've got it covered. Don't let a lack of social media know-how hold you back. Visit ltdmedia.net for more information.
Hi, I'm Alan Murdoch. For the past 20 years, I've been buying, fixing, and selling properties right here in Southern Arizona. And I want to buy your property. Whether it's a house, apartment, commercial building, or vacant land, regardless of the condition or the situation, I want to talk to you. When you sell to me, I pay cash and it's hassle-free. No repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. If you have a property you don't want to deal with and you want a quick solution, call, text, or visit selltalon.com. Again, that's selltalon.com.
Hi, I'm Melissa Zuppi, running for the Marana Town Council. As a resident of Marana, I've witnessed the positive growth that has created a strong community where people in all stages of life want to live. Unfortunately, with growth comes traffic. One of my top priorities and goals is to work towards securing funding for the improvement of Marana's high-traffic I-10 interchanges and local roadways. Let's keep Marana moving forward together. Vote Melissa Zuppi, Marana Town Council.
Hi, I'm Ed Honey, and I'm running for mayor of the town of Marana. I can assure you that if you have water now in the town of Marana, you will have it for the rest of your life. Water is not going to go away. Our water table in North Marana has gone from 300 feet down to 140 feet at the current status. Water will be here forever. Please support Melissa Zuppi, Roxanne Ziegler, and Ed Honey for Marana Town Council.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you for our advertisers that are on our program at this time. And we want everybody to know there are open spots. So if you're looking to advertise hyper-local advertising on the local
very
Marana
affordable
live
pricing,
stream, you can totally do that. No problem at all. Well, we're back. And you know, people that are just joining us on Instagram and Facebook and everything else, we have a gift card worth $80 to Skinology. If you haven't followed Skinology yet, go ahead and go and do that. Go follow them. Check out what they're doing. They're here in Marana. They're a local business. The owner, Marielle, is heavily involved in local businesses here and is on the board of the Marana Chamber.
Yay,
now.
Marielle.
Congratulations on that new spot. We want to shout you out on that. And that's a huge asset for that board in all reality. So our guests are on their way here.
We got a
They'll
text.
Be here soon,
They're on the way. It's 15 minutes ago. They said they'd be here in 15 minutes. So I'll just sit in here for 5 more minutes, and then I'll go.
Yeah. Well, hey, so, you know, our intern, Anj, or Anupam, reminded us that today the Olympics have begun in Paris.
Yeah.
You can find the Olympics on Peacock and KBOA if you're looking to check those out. Do you watch the Olympics?
No, not really.
Not really?
Not really.
Nothing at all?
No, not really.
No?
You know what I'm looking forward to on the Olympics is the surfing. So if you guys haven't seen surfing in Tahiti, because that's where they're doing it. Tahiti is a
now you have my attention.
A French Polynesian nation, so that's why they're included in these Olympics. And Tahiti's got some waves, so you're going to see some killer surf this weekend. For nothing else, that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see some people surf, go for the gold. Get wrecked. There's a lot of great Australian surfers. There's some great Brazilians. The Brazilians are crazy on that surfboard. So it's enjoyable. Me and Ange were in the hotel in the evenings just watching surfing every night when we were in Hawaii, and we're hooked. We're hooked. And here comes the Olympics. So Tahiti.
Who usually runs the surf game? Is it the Brazilians that usually run the surf game? Because I know, like, if you go to the winter sports, like we do pretty well in the winter sports. Yeah. I watch that pretty often, the snowboarding and stuff.
Yeah, what it seems like is so you got France has actually got a solid presence believe it or not. Maybe it's because they have access to Tahiti and some of those other outlying island nations. But USA does well, Brazil and Australia. They seem to be the ones that we were seeing the most. They seem to have the most top 20 surfers in the world, both men's and women's. And so pick your favorites, learn about something new. That's what I always liked about the Olympics is you just something that you wouldn't ever normally watch. Right, you kind of get into from a patriotic standpoint of like, I want to see the U.S. win. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, go USA.
Yeah. I saw my daughter goes to a swim school here locally, and one of the owners, I believe, or owner's son he qualified for the Olympics.
To throw back to what Chris DeSimone, a conversation we were having last week about personalities and stuff, I think that's probably one of the reasons why I don't watch. Because when there were personalities, like I can remember when the United States team finally lost an Olympic basketball game to the Russians. And if you'll remember that way back, I mean, that thing was, go back and Google.
Did we go into another Cold War or what?
It was bad. Yeah, I mean, they just kept giving the Russians the ball with no time left. I mean, I remember going, what is going as a teenager? What is going on here? Mm-hmm. So Google that if you're interested. U.S. loses to Russia. And then, the Mark Spitzes and the sprinters of the world, the personalities were pretty awesome. I think that maybe for me, that's just me.
So you don't see any like big personalities in the Olympics coming up? I don't know.
But back in the day, I think maybe we've been saturated in the market because back in the day, the Mark Spitzes and the what's the kid lives in Scottsdale that was Phelps. They promoted the big names.
He lives in Scottsdale?
Doesn't he?
I don't know.
I think he does.
Does he?
I thought he did.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I thought he did it one time. I know.
Yeah.
But there were the big names. Softball, when softball became a thing in the Olympics, which they took it right out.
Yeah.
Mike Andrea and the U.S. ladies teams just smoked everybody. Maybe that's why they took it out because they were so far, head and shoulders above.
Wow.
The competition.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if you see them anymore. When I was a kid, I remember seeing like cereal boxes with Olympic athletes.
Do you see that now?
Maybe I'm missing it. I don't know.
Maybe yeah.
I do buy cereal for the kids.
The young ladies,
Cheerios.
the gymnast, the young lady now. What's her name? I can see her face right now. And then the Mary Lou Rettons of the world prior to that.
Yeah.
So they sold the individual, the sprinters and the swimmers and the gymnasts, and I don't see that now. I might be just looking in the wrong place,
right,
or not looking for it at all. But I think that's for me has been probably the reason. Because when you ask and I don't watch, and there's got to be a reason why I watched before and now I don't, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let me get out of here. So we got some incredible guests. So
let's get going. Yeah, let's go to another ad break and get Nikki and Gary in here. And let's talk about getting the school year started, what it takes, and have some more fun.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash.
When you call in anonymously with a tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88crime.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net. We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us 520-300-1131. We bake smiles. Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
Are you looking to establish a powerful online presence for your brand? Look no further than Live the Dream Media. Our team of experts possess the capabilities and skills necessary to make it happen. From creating compelling content to analyzing data and making strategic decisions, we've got it covered. Don't let a lack of social media know-how hold you back. Visit ltdmedia.net for more information.
Hi, I'm Alan Murdoch. For the past 20 years, I've been buying, fixing, and selling properties right here in Southern Arizona. And I want to buy your property. Whether it's a house, apartment, commercial building.
Yeah, you went on Gary right away, man. Way to go.
Zoom right in
That's
on
awesome.
him.
There's Nikki. Here we are.
Hopefully you're getting my good side here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, we got to get his mic going too. I think he's been mute. He's been canceled before he even got on here.
Try
today.
it.
All right, man.
There he is. Oh, he's hot. There it is.
We're live.
Hopefully you guys got my good side here.
Oh, we do. Look at that. So you can see yourself on the
That's you
screen
right there.
there.
You look great, Gary.
Oh,
You look good.
Okay, perfect.
Looking really good.
Perfect.
Well, thank you for being here today.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
We made this happen pretty quick, right? You won one of the giveaways.
I won a giveaway and I bought lunch for Gary on his birthday.
There you go.
Birthday lunch.
Look at you looking out for other people. That's
We're
so
a great
cool.
team.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about your guys' team dynamics and what you're doing to get ready for the school year. So, again, we
Absolutely.
have Nikki Simpson and Gary Landis here with us from Twin Peaks K through 8, which is not too far from here. Maybe
Not too
2
far.
miles?
Yeah, really
maybe.
close.
Yeah. And we're getting ready to kick off the school year. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's backpack events. There's places people can go to get some supplies if they're needing them and all kinds of stuff. But before we get into that, let's talk about what you have to do to get the school year going. Who wants to take the lead on that?
I'll let Gary go first.
Okay,
He
Gary,
has
what you
been
got?
at Twin
How do we
Peaks
how do we
longer
make
than
it
me.
happen?
The summer, believe it or not, is really our most busy time of the school year. And there's no children on campus. And so it's really just kind of moving and shaking. The first things we start to do is just situate the campus the way that you kind of reflect on the school year and you start to realize what are some things we could do a little bit better, even like organizationally. And so you start to look at those types of things and you maybe want to start moving teachers, moving classrooms. Obviously, your numbers fluctuate from year to year, which really hinders on the teachers that you can have on campus.
Yeah.
And then from there, you're just trying to balance. You're trying to get everything situated, and then from there comes in Nikki. Really, she's in charge of operations, athletics, maintenance. I mean, it's really the busy time of the year for us, and so that's really the first things we're starting to look at is really situating the classrooms, getting the teachers where they need to be, and then really getting teachers what they want.
Yeah.
And so what teachers want is really the number one priority for us in the summer.
Yeah.
Because we need to make sure that they've got all their curricular materials, supplies, and then all the kind of the desks, the tables, the chairs, the whiteboards. There's a new concept where we're really floating through in our math building called Building Thinking Classrooms, which requires like whiteboards.
Multiple whiteboards around the room. So students are standing up, working the problems at the whiteboards.
Okay.
And the teachers can see what they're doing. So we've been installing whiteboards in classrooms.
Oh, that's a cool interactive approach to that.
Eight whiteboards a classroom.
Yeah. And then from there, you really think about just trying to get the campus in a really beautified place.
Sure.
Really, and then boom, monsoon season comes. So we probably
Did you have some trees and stuff go down?
Yeah, we probably had 6 trees.
Trees. We have some roof damage. We're working with the district and insurance on one of our buildings to just get the roof tiles repaired.
Yeah.
And fix some water damage. They're super responsive and helpful. So we're working through those types of things as well to get the campus ready.
So man, like I said, it's just there's so many different moving parts in the summer that you normally wouldn't think about if you're just a parent or a student. And so when we come in, we all get about 3 weeks off in the summer, which is really great. That's our time to really, get our batteries recharged and rested up.
Yeah.
But then we come back to work and it's cranking. It's hot. It's
Yeah.
humid,
Yeah.
And we're moving. We're moving furniture. We're moving classrooms. We're
making class lists, student schedules. We are hiring. All of our teachers are hired. We're hiring support staff.
Okay.
So we're doing interviews. We have some today. So we're hiring people and we're getting everybody on board.
Okay.
We're getting ready for registration, meet the teacher events. We go to district meetings. We have a training tomorrow with the sheriff's department for threat assessment. So we're doing all that kind of stuff too.
Wonderful.
a lot of trainings over the summer that we have to do.
Yeah.
And so the district does a really great job in getting all set up for you. They're just like a video with a quiz at the end to make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Which is really fun, especially when you get into some language legalese on FERPA. That's a really great Moodle that we call it that we have to take. You really have to pay attention on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so really just starting The summer is it's just a busy time for administrators.
Oh yeah.
When's the first actual day where the students come?
August 5th.
August
Monday,
5th. Oh man, that's close by.
Yep.
So this week we've got all of the brand new teachers to our district doing an induction program with our district, and so they're just learning about our instructional model. They're learning like classroom management strategies, and they're really just trying to build relationships, because one of the really difficult things about teaching is just trying to retain really good teachers.
Right.
And so our district does, I think, a phenomenal job.
Yeah, they do.
In trying to not only recruit, but also retain teachers through at least the first 3 years.
Where are you seeing the teachers go after, the ones that aren't retaining? Is it just they're finding new passions? Because I was a school resource officer at the high school, and I saw quite a bit of turnover from some of the new ones. There was even a story, if you get a chance to talk to Caitlin Kaufman about something happened where like just walked off the job. I'm like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, I'll ask.
But people find out things aren't for them. I mean, it's totally fine. And it's kind of one of those things, and I've seen it happen in the stuff I did before this when I was a police officer and stuff like that. But like, what is like are they going to different schools? Do you see a lot of schools stealing talent? Is it like a competitive thing, or?
We have pretty good relationships, I think, with our other schools in the district and even our neighboring school districts. I think people find out it's not for them. Honestly, I think it's harder than people think it's going to be in a lot of ways, emotionally, mentally, and physically. People make career changes, and people have life changes. Sometimes people just leave because they're moving, or their family is growing, or their family dynamics have changed.
Right.
And working at that school, at that place, doesn't always meet their needs.
I always felt that being a teacher is just one of the most incredible things you can do as a human being.
Absolutely.
Like just seeing people give their heart and soul to the youth to get them prepared for the world. It's just something so admirable.
Yeah.
I thank you guys so much for what you do, and I know the community thanks you guys so much for what you do, and it's a lot, and it's cool to hear this perspective of what happens before the school year even starts, right? Because if people just think, the teachers come in and the admin comes in and they just press go, right? But there's just so much more preparation that goes. Like you talked about the fluctuating enrollment that comes in. Like that's something you have to, like there's just so many variables going on with that. So are you guys seeing an increase in enrollment because of all the growth in Marana? Is it?
Ours is pretty steady. I know some other sites are seeing an increase. We're pretty stable at 4 sections at every grade level. But the teachers, they're working in the summer too, and they're supposed to be off. And I would say at least half of our staff is there all the time. They have meetings with their teams. They've already been doing that, and they've been there setting up their rooms so that when they come back, they officially start on Wednesday, July 31st, that they have a lot of things in place and they're ready to meet their families on Friday afternoon. So the teachers are working really hard. We appreciate that so much.
So what's your favorite part about being an educator?
You go, Nikki.
I like being at a K-8 school. I have experience at all school levels, and I was a high school basketball coach. But I have to say, I love the little kids.
Yeah,
I love the kindergartners. The silliness of that really vibes with me. I work with the kinder team pretty closely. And then I'm not really afraid of the middle schoolers. So I think that's fun because sometimes elementary people are kind of like, middle school kids, they're weird. They smell. Yeah, they do. I like that. I just like the relationships too. I have been in Marana for 16 years. And I have been at almost every school in the district because I'm like a little crazy rat mouse thing that can't stay in one place. So I just like to go different places, and I feel like I just have great relationships here in Marana. So I love like the staff. I think we have good relationships with even senior staff at the district level, other administrators, and then all of our teachers and support staff. Just hearing their stories, getting to know them, and trying to help them like in their work, but also help them in their life.
Right.
Like so the more whole and healthy the people on our staff are, the better they're going to be for our students.
Yeah.
So I think we see that as our role is really supporting our staff so that they can support the students.
Absolutely. What do you got, Gary?
Yeah, no, I would mirror those sentiments almost exactly. I mean, building relationships, making connections with people, and it's almost not just knowing their name. It's knowing kind of like something about them, something personal, maybe a personal connection or a story, a family member. It's really trying to get down into really fully understanding the strengths of our students.
Right.
Every student has a different strength. And so once you start to bore down into each of the students on your campus, they're all incredibly unique, right? And so for me, it's about trying to find purpose, right, in life, and trying to make sure that these students today, that our youth and our kids know how important they are in this life, right? That, and this is a personal belief of mine, that I don't believe that we're born on accident, right? I believe there's a purpose for everyone. And so it's really trying to find that. And it's about bringing joy, because if you can bring joy into what you do, and you can laugh, right? Because there are times that things get tough, especially from our perspective. There are some stories, things that happen that you don't wish that on anybody, to be honest. But then you realize just how incredibly special the children are. And even our teachers, I mean, they're unique. They're very special, right? They're incredibly big-hearted people that do everything in their life for others. And I think that's what we want to do. You know, we don't go to Twin Peaks for us. Right. We're going for everyone else, and we're offering that support. And I think for me, that's the biggest part of my job. And it's something that I can really lean into, because both Nikki and I, even Dondi, our principal, we're just supportive of our teachers and our students, and wanting the best for them, and trying to find something, right, that you can make a connection with each and every student on your campus. And when you have 900 students, it's
you have 900.
It's a wonderful challenge, you know. And so making connections, those relationships, and then really trying to build up those students, build them to their capacity, and always trying to push them, right? No, don't be complacent with it. Let's get better, right? You're either getting better every day or you're getting worse, right? And so we want to continue to push to get better.
Right. What advice or information do you have for parents that are getting ready to start the school year? What are some good things they can do to prepare themselves and the students that are going to be starting the school year? What is some advice and information you got for them? What are some key things for them to brush up on and get ready?
Absolutely. I can tell you, Gary and I are both parents. His daughter goes to our school. My kids are younger, and they're going to be going preschool in the district. I think, first of all, you have to set them up for success, right? So you need to start waking up early. You need to start establishing your routine and getting ready for school. And I think kids need to be involved in their preparation for school. Like my daughter's 3. She helps us pack her lunch. Kids need to be involved in packing their lunch and packing their water bottles and picking out their clothes and packing their bags, and because they can, right? Like those skills they're capable of doing, and we give them confidence every time we tell them, you are able to do this. And I believe you can do that. Absolutely. You need to practice, obviously, with younger kids. And I don't know, I give a middle schooler. Maybe you need to practice with middle school kids. I don't I could see that for sure. But I think you just want to prepare in advance before the first day of school. Like, let's not make the first day of school the first day we wake up before 7 a.m.
Preach. Okay, parents, listen in here.
That's going to be tough for everyone, and you're going to feel rushed, and you're going to get to school, and you're going to already start, not feeling great. But if you've been getting up early, your stuff is prepared, you show up to school, you are going to feel great. I also think, a simple thing with younger kids is reading with them or reading to them every day. We read a lot of books to our daughter, and there's a lot of research that shows their language skills, their reading skills, their writing skills, their comprehension, their speaking and listening is all drastically improved if you are reading with or reading to your kids every day. So I would highly recommend that.
Yeah, you got anything to add on that, Gary?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those are fantastic points.
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, I think it's also about having parents get a relationship with the teacher.
Yeah.
I tell our teachers all the time that our parents are our biggest allies.
Sure.
Right. If you're having trouble with a child, or even if you want to commend a child for doing something really great, call home.
Yeah.
Right. Build that relationship with those parents. Our teachers have different avenues to contact home. They've like Class Dojo, and so we're going to really push Class Dojo this year for our parents.
Yeah.
And it's a great communication tool. Teachers push out all kinds of different information. And so I think it's important for parents to really just have their ear to the ground on what that teacher is either pushing out or requesting. Sometimes there's class supplies or assignments that are due. And if parents can really just kind of stay on that, we also in our middle school have the Google Classroom that parents can get the code to, and they can just follow and see, like, what assignments are coming up? Hey, buddy, did you get this done? You know, and it's really about a partnership,
right,
with parents in the school. We want to be a community hub. You know, we host different events. We want families to come on campus. We give tours. We gave tours, I think, through COVID. We were one of the only schools. Like, we want them on campus, right? And we want that partnership. We want that allyship with them. And I think that's really the most important thing, right? Especially if we have events. We have our Fine Arts and Literacy Night. We have a carnival that we do. We have
Christmas,
like a tree lighting event, if you will.
Oh, wonderful.
And those are the moments that we really want to enforce that relationship building, right? And making those connections with families. Because once you do that, and you got K8 is 9 years.
Yeah.
So we could have a family there for 9 years, and then they have 2 or 3 or 4 children.
I never thought of that.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And they're there for decades.
They're stuck with us. They're stuck with me and Gary for a long time.
Wow. Yeah. 9 years. Wow.
Yeah. Right. And so you talk about 9 years of a child's, development. It's a huge chunk. And so it's just not about dropping a kid off at school and then picking them up. It's really about being in a partnership with each other.
Absolutely.
And, to that effect, we have a great PTF also, and getting parents involved in that. I think the more people are involved and see what's going on in the day-to-day on campus, not just the more supportive they are, but I think the more committed they are and the more that they are understanding and everyone is a part of what's happening, and we get a lot more ownership of the school program that way.
Yeah.
So our PTF is great, and I would love to encourage more people who are Twin Peaks families to come to those meetings and get involved with what they're doing as well.
Right. Okay, I've got something to add.
All right.
Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Y'all can tell me, but I gotta hype up my wife on this one because before we started taking our children to daycare, we did test drives.
Okay.
To see how long it would take to get there.
Yeah.
And do the drop off and get back, right? And then adding a couple extra minutes for the event of traffic or a backup or something like that.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm thinking, for parents, especially ones that are bringing their kids to get to kindergarten, maybe like this is the first time, is doing a couple test runs just to make sure that you're aware of the time that's needed to get the kid there, and especially because not everybody rides the bus, right?
Oh no, and not on the first day of school either.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you plan extra time because that parking lot is going to be full.
Yeah.
And I would tell you a pro tip I got from a parent when I was at Dub Mountain is she brought her kids to school the Sunday before the first day, dressed up, ready like the first day of school, took their pictures in the front of the school before the first day of school, and then the first day of school she needed to do that.
Wow,
She had them.
Can we get the chime effect for that, Scott?
Give me the chime
That's
effect for
the
that.
idea.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. So bring your
idea.
kids to the school on the weekend, take their pictures, dress them up right in front of the school, take the pictures. First day, you don't got to worry about it.
Because that's causing a bunch of backup.
And stress,
big
and
stress.
everyone's, yeah.
Funny, we just talked about this the other day, but we have these big professional development through the district. Then they invite all the teachers or all the admin. And there's not, besides the high schools, there's not a school that everyone fits in the parking lot.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just your employees. And so now you're, so now you're trying to fit on like 400 families.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how do you get that done in a 20-minute window? How do you get 400 cars through in 20 minutes?
It's like a sporting event,
No,
man.
it is.
It is. We're really sweaty.
Or even
Radios are popping.
even
I drop off. It's fun.
Our dismissal time. We're going to get families that are going to line up about an hour before school even gets out, and they're already lining up in their cars. And I just tell parents, like, just hang out in that line. Like you're going to be miles
Bring
away.
a camping chair.
But we'll get it all done in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's really about the systems we have in place.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right. You really have to be more proactive, especially that first week of school. Just getting there a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Hey,
some people don't
you got,
think
Scott?
about.
I was thinking about that. Jeff and I, our mom, I think, was ahead of her time when it came to this because she just made us walk. And then she wasn't ever stuck in the parking lot because she was like, you go. We walked from the apartment over to Whitmore Elementary. And so we just had to walk about a half mile along Glen, and nobody had to worry about pickup or drop off. It was like, well, I hope they show up when they come home. And most of the time, we showed up on time. Jeff was, I think, still in kindergarten, and so I was tasked with the old walk, the responsibility of a fourth grader.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And off we did. We did our part back in that time.
We thank you for that.
To lessen the parking lot.
There you go.
You're welcome.
We do have some
that's
walking.
a great story.
I mean, students can walk to our school. They do. I would say a lot of it is middle school kids, older kids. But yeah, we have some walkers, some kids who ride their bikes and their scooters. Shout out, we have 2 crossing guards. They are at Twin Peaks and Coachline.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Because we have students who cross that intersection, and that's a pretty major one. And Sam and James, they do a great job.
Give them those. There we go. Yes. Yeah.
They're with me and the ops team, and they do a really good job keeping the kids safe because that intersection is crazy, and people are turning right, and everyone's trying to get to work. So we do have a contingency of students who walk or ride to school, and we make sure that they're safe. And yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to remind listeners and viewers that we have an $80 gift card to Skinology.
Nice.
Right? If you're looking for
Gary
a facial,
would love a facial.
massage, you want Gary's family, if they're watching, just
tune in.
Do a
Jessica.
smiley face and a thumb emoji to get this. This is great. I've been there
sent them
personally
the link this morning. They should be listening. So.
Yeah, so get yourself in there. And dudes,
love it.
If you're
Why
looking
not?
for something, come on.
Get yourself a facial or give
I
it to
did
some
gentleman's facial. I'm going to tell you right now. Like I've been itching to get back in there.
Okay.
I've just been busy, but it was like one of the. Have you gotten one before?
No, but you're selling me on it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, because it's like a massage from like here up, and then Marielle, she does gua sha or something like that. Marielle, if you're in the chat, you can correct me and tell people like, hey, this is what it really means and what it is. He don't know what he's talking about, but she ran like these rocks on my jawline and stuff, and you could just hear like the cracking,
really
of
safe.
like just of the pressure just going away. Like my jaw didn't break, but you could feel it was just so interesting. And then my sinuses, she ran it here. I could breathe better. It was great for a couple weeks. Yeah. But the thing is like once you're done, it's like you got to go back.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah.
So, but she also has an online store and stuff too, I believe, where you can buy like products and different things that she has. There's like a really good charcoal mask that I like to, not a mask, but a soap that I like to use. It's really good. But so yeah, get yourself in there.
All right, guys.
Oh yeah, get in there.
Get on in there.
Yeah, Nikki.
I might
if you
beat
got
you
people
to it.
watching, get them. Get them the dub.
Get in there. Yeah. Get yourself a facial.
Yeah.
Get ready for the first day of school.
Yeah.
Wash your face.
Wash your face. That's a good start. Yeah.
Great start.
Step one into the routine. Wash your face.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and brush your teeth because everybody appreciates that, especially if like
And
you're a
your
close
hands.
stalker.
I mean, we got 900. We ended the year with 960 kids, so there's a lot of germs.
Yeah, okay. So when I was an SRO, I swear I got sick like 10 times more than I ever did. When I was at the school.
Yeah,
because you're just around like all these little, like I had like Lysol spray, and I was like, I was already doing the COVID thing way before COVID, just because I kept getting just sick
all the time.
So does that happen for first couple months every year for everybody, where you're just getting wrecked with
every new teacher?
New.
Just
if you're
building
new to
that immunity.
School, it's like being a firstborn child on day one.
Yeah.
You get everything.
You're not used to those school germs or something else, you guys. I don't know if you've.
No, they are. They're legit. I think we've lost a couple employees because they were just sick all the time.
All the time.
Oh wow.
They're like, I can't work here.
I can't work here.
Holy cow. Yeah, I remember like grabbing door handles sometimes. I'm like, there's something on there.
What is
I
this?
don't know what that is.
Yeah, more times than you want to know. Yeah,
for sure.
And you're like, good God, I need to wash.
That is, unfortunately, that is true.
Yeah, we got to make fun about it, man. It's just
You have to have fun with it.
I mean, it's hard to work at a school if you're afraid of germs or vomit.
A vomit, yes.
Yeah.
That is.
I don't know if the high school, but I mean, at elementary school, them little kids just let it go.
Yeah, you think the kids in the high school would have that down, like, hey, I can get to a facility real quick, but it still doesn't happen.
So
sorry for the vomit talk.
Yeah,
but
sorry. Shout out to our cleaning crew, SSC, and our maintenance man, Ernie, and me and Gary. And sometimes we're on cleanup duty.
Yeah, a big time cleanup duty.
So,
and,
go ahead.
Never thought I'd do that, with the master's degree.
And an admin job. But yeah.
Hey, if it
part of the job.
If it makes you feel any better, my first day as the CEO here, I mopped.
Oh,
good for you.
Okay.
That was the first thing I did my first day because a really bad storm had hit and it like flooded through the windows here, so I had to mop. I was like, well, before we get started on this journey, my first duty is mopping.
We'll throw out a mop almost every other day.
Yeah.
Something. Something in the cafeteria.
Water, an accident.
Yeah.
Some throw up. It's fine.
The not so glamorous part that no one talks about, right? Is it admin?
I'm glad we brought that up. Because it is a part of the job.
Did they put it in the job description when you're promoting?
No.
Do not.
I have a special little line in there. You know what it's called? Other duties as assigned.
Yeah.
And that's
the catch-all caveat. You know, do I have to do this? Yep, right there.
That's where we are.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and one thing we haven't talked about too is when there's like a significant incident or something that happens, you guys are on the front line on like just getting everything set up, right? Reunification points, teaming up with local law enforcement.
We just met about that yesterday.
Oh, really?
With our district, Stephen Johnson. He's our district safety lead.
I used to work for him. Yeah. Good guy.
So he was at our meeting and we were reviewing all of the operations people, our emergency operations plans and customizing those for this school year. Last year, our site did something we've never done before and hasn't really been done in the district. We practiced a whole site, all 960 students and 112 staff of a bus evacuation. Like if we needed to leave campus quickly, how could we account for everybody and how could we get out? We work with transportation. We got 15 buses in the loop. And then all the buses were numbered 1 through 15. And I had just made a roster and like kindergarten was in buses 1 and 2 with these teachers. And I checked 5 buses. Gary checked 5 buses. Dondi checked 5 buses. All of our students and staff were loaded onto those buses in 8 minutes.
Wow.
And we had Marana PD out there also watching and then district personnel. And we didn't leave the campus. Just, you know, we just all practiced like how long would it take to evacuate the campus and load up the buses. So we got that down and we kind of have a good system, I think, in place for that. So if we needed to, you know, do a reunification and leave campus like we would use Mountain View or Marana High, we know that we can get everyone off campus in a really reasonable amount of time.
That's so good to hear. You guys are practicing that.
We are.
You know, I know parents wonder a lot of that stuff in today's world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of the unfortunate fact.
Yeah.
Right, that we're facing a reality I don't think we've ever like faced before as a society.
Right.
And we do have to take those precautions, and we have to make sure that we're prepared for really any circumstance. And you actually think about the weather we've had.
Yeah.
A tornado watch? Was there a tornado?
There was a warning.
You know what I mean?
I was in my bathroom. Downstairs for the
that
first time
happens during our school day.
Yeah.
Right. This is unknown territory for Arizona. Right. Like
Right.
if you're in the Midwest, you're like, yeah, we've got tornado protocols for everything.
Right.
Do we hear like, you know, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, that's something. I was wondering. I'm like, I hope this isn't a new normal, but I think there's some stuff going on. And, you know, climate change is one of those touchy subjects. But I would be like, you know, I talked to a couple people and they're like, yeah, something's going on. Yeah. This isn't normal.
Yeah.
I've never. Yeah. So that's another
part of
variable that you get to deal with and all that. But it sounds like we got to go to break.
All right.
I got a couple more questions for you guys if you want to stick around for a little bit longer. And we can talk about that. If you want to set it to break, Scott, you can do that. Thank you again for our advertisers. We will see you soon. And we will be announcing the winner of the $80 gift card.
Let's go.
Come on, everybody.
All right.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash.
When you call in anonymously with a tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88crime.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, coppercreekcookies.net. We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us 520-300-1131. We bake smiles. Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, coppercreekcookies.net.
Are you looking to establish a powerful online presence for your brand? Look no further than Live the Dream Media. Our team of experts possess the capabilities and skills necessary to make it happen. From creating compelling content to analyzing data and making strategic decisions, we've got it covered. Don't let a lack of social media know-how hold you back. Visit ltdmedia.net for more information.
Hi, I'm Alan Murdoch. For the past 20 years, I've been buying, fixing, and selling properties right here in southern Arizona. And I want to buy your property. Whether it's a house, apartment, commercial building, or vacant land, regardless of the condition or the situation, I want to talk to you. When you sell to me, I pay cash and it's hassle-free. No repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. If you have a property you don't want to deal with and you want a quick solution, call, text, or visit selltalon.com. Again, that's selltalon.com.
Hi, I'm Melissa Zuppi, running for the Marana Town Council. As a resident of Marana, I've witnessed the positive growth that has created a strong community where people in all stages of life want to live. Unfortunately, with growth comes traffic. One of my top priorities and goals is to work towards securing funding for the improvement of Marana's high-traffic I-10 interchanges and local roadways. Let's keep Marana moving forward together. Vote Melissa Zuppi, Marana Town Council.
Hi, I'm Ed Honey.
Oh, sorry,
back.
Ed.
Sorry, Ed.
We got to get back to. We got to get back here. Okay.
Ed.
Full disclosure: nobody's even running against the guy, so he's pretty much going to be the next mayor of Marana again.
Okay.
Congrats, Ed.
All right, Ed.
Congratulations, Ed. Yeah.
happy for you.
Unless a lot of people write in Donald Duck, there's a potential that
Sure.
or something. There's
Donald
always the
Duck
write-in.
Yeah.
People can write stuff
They
in.
can.
But yeah. No, so thanks for sticking around a little longer. I had a couple more questions, and the one we were talking about sports. So I want to ask you guys: do you guys have sports programs at the K-8? What's going on with that? I have no knowledge in that. I know that I went to Marana Middle School back in the day. We had some tackle football and all kinds of stuff like that. Is that happening at the K-8s? Is it coming? What's going on with that?
Well, good news. I'm also in charge of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yes.
yeah.
You're the
I'm the
perfect person to
athletic
talk.
director.
All right.
Athletic director.
Gary used to be the athletic director. So when the school went from K6 to middle school, we've added sports. And we offer the same sports that Dove Mountain K-8 offers. So we don't offer all of them that you can get at Marana Middle and Tortolita. But first quarter, we are going to try to field a boys volleyball team.
Okay.
We didn't have enough students last year for that, but hopefully we can get some interest there. Cross country, we have a lot of middle school students who participate in cross country, and Coach Johnson, she does a great job with that program. And then we have flag football.
Oh,
so we don't have tackle football, we have flag football.
And that's co-ed.
And it's co-ed
Okay.
flag
Which is really
football,
cool.
and we have enough for 2 teams last year. We probably could have made them into 2 teams, but we play in the Northwest League.
Yeah.
So we play against Marana Middle, Tortolita, all the Amphi schools, all the Foothills schools, and and Flowing Wells Junior High.
Okay.
So there's 12 teams in our league.
12 schools.
Okay.
And yeah, we offer athletics.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool little snapshot for them. Really, at the middle school level, it's not really about winning and losing. You know, it's like the fun of fundamentals.
Right. Sure.
They're just trying to emphasize, just trying to get better and have a lot of fun. So that's a great thing about middle school sports. It's because you can just dabble. There's no cuts. Like whoever comes out can play.
Yep.
Right. We if there's too many kids, we get it like overflow teams.
We'll make another team.
They can play against other overflow teams in this Northwest League.
Yeah.
It's a really great concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were the play-by-play for the Mountain View
Mountain Lions.
Mountain Lions, okay.
Yeah, I was in the booth. So I taught at Mountain View from 2013 to I think about 2017, 2018.
Okay.
And in that time, they had, I think Brian Paradise was doing it at the time. And I was like, man, that'd be kind of fun to do. Yeah. And I don't know how it worked out, but Todd Gorelick, he was the principal at the time, and Nathan Orlip was the AD, and then my buddy Matt Tidwell, who was an English teacher at Mountain View, and then he's now a principal at Butterfield, but he was an AP at Mountain View. They came into my classroom when I was teaching, and I was teaching all seniors, and they go, hey, we need a voice in the group. You want to do it? And there was a lot of pressure. You know, I was like, and then the seniors were like, you got to do it. So I was like, okay, I'll do it for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, until you find someone else. And then people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They enjoyed my voice. And it was fun, man. I tried to hype it up. I blew out the speakers a couple of times so I got a little excited. But yeah, I did that for, I guess, on and off for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And so David,
5 years.
Yeah,
Nice.
David Romero is the athletic director at Mountain View.
Yeah.
And this year he said, hey, would it be okay if I found someone else? And I said, yeah, please, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be great. It's time. I like to enjoy Friday nights now.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. I mean, and you think about the football season, and especially high school football, it's kind of big time, right?
It
you
is.
get thousands
Sure.
of people
It
at these
really is.
games. The first game is usually like some sort of like fun night. Then you have homecoming, right? So at homecoming, then you got to announce the homecoming quartet and who made what, and then you have like senior night, and that one's intense because you announce every senior,
right,
for not just football, but you do like sports medicine, cheerleading, band.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's just like in his preparation. And then one year we were honoring a different coach from, I think it was Ironwood Ridge. And I had this big thing I was supposed to do, and I blew it.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was awful. And it was just like, this is a lot of pressure. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You just
and how much were you getting paid?
About $12 an hour.
That's a
lot of pressure.
Can we get a cha-ching on that?
Man. Yeah.
Well, the first few years, I didn't even know I could get paid. I was just out there having fun.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, I'm like, I can get paid doing this?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So yeah.
HR, don't tune into that part right there. Let's get HR.
He's volunteering, you know?
Yeah, he's
it's okay.
It was just volunteer
donate
time.
this
I was
time.
having a great time. But yeah, so I think I might be hanging it up this year.
Yeah.
And I love David Romero. So I was like, hey, if your guy gets sick and you need someone,
right,
give me a call. And then later I was like, maybe don't call me.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. All right, Scott, let's announce a winner of this awesome gift card from Skinology.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we got going on here?
You bet it. You bet it. There was a large influx of humanity right there at the end that was chiming in to enter, and we appreciate everybody that has been on here and listening. And the winner of today's $80 giveaway for Skinology. Wait. Let me push the thing because it says timpani roll is on here.
Oh, good. Oh, there you go.
That's much better. There you go. Yeah.
Official.
Legends Camp Tucson.
All right, so that's Nick. That's the
Congrats, Nick.
Thorne, I think his name. Yeah.
Nick. His name is Nick.
Great name.
Nick has Nick and his wife, I believe, run that Legends Camp, or they run the Instagram handle, and they are the winners of today's $80 Skinology. So they're going to have a great time over there.
Yeah.
And thank you to Skinology for their generous donation.
Yeah, and make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook if you can. It's a great place to follow. There's cool videos that pop up, and there's a lot of people there that can help you feel better.
Awesome.
So,
Absolutely.
well, we thank you so much for being here today.
Of course,
this is
thank you
cool.
for having
We
us.
love being able to do stuff in the community.
Thanks for having us.
And if there's any other time you guys want to come hop on here and chat about something or an event going on that you're getting ready for
sure.
Please do not hesitate to reach out to
We
come
would love
back
to do
here.
that.
No, we would love to.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks,
Appreciate
David.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
everything
us.
you do. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. We thank you all so much for tuning in today. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if you want to catch this at a later time. It's available, and it'll also be available on YouTube and Facebook forever. So thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah. We appreciate you very much. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash.
When you call in anonymously with a tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward.
Let's stop the silence.
Have you ever thought that maybe you would make a good podcast host? We are currently recruiting talented folks to expand our broadcasting ability with a variety of different shows. If you think you have the talent, shoot us an email at contact@ltdmedia.net for more information.